Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, man? It's been a minute. I know it has been a minute since I posted one of my videos talking sports. So, hey, this is your boy Tavon Mason. You're back with Sports Talk with former New York Jet wide receiver Tavon Mason. This is what, episode 6. And I call this my fire episode. And the reason why I'm calling this my fire episode, I might be a week late, but I've been on Twitter, been on social media talking about this, sending my comments on people's posts, but it's my time to give my thoughts and what I thought about grumpy old man, Mr. Nick Saban, head coach of Alabama, and what he said on that platform that he had. He was at some seminar and he just went in on Coach Jimbo Fisher and Coach Deion Sanders over at Jackson State. But before we get into that, man, I gotta send out a salute and love and heartfelt love to the families down at Robb Elementary, down at Uvalde. I hope I said that right, Texas, the mass shooting. It's just sad that what we're seeing in our time of people going into schools to commit mass shootings, churches, what we saw in Buffalo, just the pure racism and hatred in this country, which is supposed to be the greatest country out there, and we're still dealing with this type of situations. But my heart and love go out to everyone in Uvalde, Texas at Robb Elementary that had to go through that situation, and just scary. But I definitely want to send a salute to the young lady who did survive the massacre. If you don't know, this young lady, while the shooter was going on his spree, she had it in her mind to basically survive by pretending to be dead as well. So love, kisses, and love and hearts go out to you. But again, to Uvalde, man, God bless you. But on back to the scheduled program. Hey, this is the best time of the year. And you probably wondering, like, why is this the best time of the year? This is the time of the year where all sports collide together. We got the NHL playoffs going on right now. Baseball just started back in April. NBA's in the playoffs, almost finals time. And we got football started. We just had the draft. Everybody loading up. You got people who big moves on a offseason, which I talked about on my last episode. Definitely looking forward to seeing what happened down in Miami with Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams over there with the Raiders. People just piling up, the big money that the Browns gave Deshaun Watson, and then they also gave Denzel Ward a nice chunk of change. I heard they gave their tight end be Najunko. I think that's how you say it. I'm going to go ahead and look that up. I want to be corrected, but he just got a $56 million contract today. So them Browns, they trying to get that. They trying to buy their way, man. They trying to buy their way to the Super Bowl. Just give me a second as I look this up. But they trying to buy their way to the Super Bowl. And this is going to be crazy. Yeah, David Njoku reaching an agreement in principle on a large new 4-year, say it again, 4-year, $56.7 million contract extension from Mr. Ian Rappaport. $28 million guaranteed at signing on the deal. That averages $14.1875 million per year. The 5th highest paid tight end. Salute to you, David. So the Browns are trying to tool up. AFC North, Ravens, Steelers, y'all better watch out, man. They coming for y'all. You know what I mean? We know it's gonna be some time before Deshaun Watson actually get on the field because of the conduct and because of the allegations against him. So will we see him week 1? Will we see him down the line? It's been very quiet also of what's going to happen with Baker Mayfield, man. That's a tough spot to be in for Baker Mayfield. Basically getting smacked in the face. Y'all just face the facts, man. He got smacked in the face with his situation. So we got NFL OTAs. They had the voluntary mini camp. They got OTAs kicking off for all the teams, and they got their mandatory mini camp coming up in June. So when I played after I got picked up as a free agent after the draft. I flew out for mini camp. I left, came back home for the 3-day camp. They told me want me to come back for OTAs. At the end of OTAs, want to keep you through preseason camp, and boom, you went into game time. Now with the change of everything, with the draft being later in the year, later in the spring, right before summer, now they're offering a um, voluntary mini camp, voluntary as we say, mini camp. Then they're doing OTAs and coming to a mandatory mini camp before summer camp, and that's probably because of the changes over the years in the NFL with the two-a-day practices, how full pads can look. So a big change, which I believe will give more opportunity for these young guys and new draftees to catch a rhythm in their camp. You know, the Malik Willises, you know, pick it up there with Pittsburgh Steelers, so they can start getting a groove with that team, especially Tua. You know what I mean? Tyreek Hill, you know, Waddle, all of those guys starting to gel together, you know, before they get in the training camp. Because we know a lot of those guys won't play in the preseason camp, but they give more time for them to gel, so when the season get rolling, they can bang, 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 bang it out. So I'm definitely looking forward to the reports once these camps go along and see what happens with these teams that have loaded up. That's a lot of people jump in with the different areas. I'm thinking Debo is going to stay in San Fran. If y'all have noticed, it got kind of quiet on that trade agreement, but I think they're going to work that out. Debo going to stay there. That's going to be a big move to keep him there. Ayuk's there. To see what they're going to do with Jimmy G, and will Trey pop up to be the starter up there in San Fran with Kittle. You know what I mean? So that's still like another team to watch out for in NFC or just in the NFL in general. But on another note, no, it was very good and very interesting to see that somebody finally, you know, stepped behind that desk and being scared to give Colin Kaepernick a chance, regardless of what Stephen A. Smith blabbers about, yells about, screams about. That's a big move, you know, and I know they're lining it up, big PR move. They're lining it up with, you know, hiring Arshell, the first African American coach with the Raiders. Some of their players, some of that, you know, the diversity in their front office. But you know, after seeing it, that report said that, you know, he had a great workout, especially not to have played since 2016 or did anything football-wise between 2016 and 2017. Reports said that he had a strong arm, which is great. He always had a strong arm, and he can get that ball down the field, and he's in shape. So that definitely looking forward to see what happened with that. You know, we all said, you know, he should have been in the league. We know what happened in the league. He did get blackballed. They didn't like what he represent until after the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor's situation started to happen, and then it opened the eyes of the NFL like, dang, this is really going on. And our players speaking up about it, and which I believe was a PR move as well, because their players are talking about it and they want to get on board with it, with the diversity and putting the different things around the field, on the jerseys, on the back of the helmets, things like that. But it was a huge eye opener. I always said the pandemic was a gift and a curse. It opened the eyes of everybody. And the NFL is one of the biggest sports industries in the world and one of the most looked at sports in the world. And it's a great move, you know, just to give him that opportunity. Definitely looking forward to seeing what happened with that. Just a quick pause. A salute to my guy, Russell. Y'all see my From Baltimore with Love hoodie. I had to support him. From Baltimore with Love, my guy. I've been knowing him since middle school. But definitely love the clothing line. I have a hat as well. You know, it's just huge moves all around. I see the Ravens are still shaking it up. You know, they looking stronger and stronger. Added to the linebacking core, young man from Navy. Let me definitely check out who they signed. So they Diego Forgot, linebacker from Navy, inside linebacker, signed with the Ravens. Bright spot for me, and it's crazy. I played high school ball with his brother. His brother was a young boy. He was a freshman. I was a senior in high school at Woodlawn High School in Baltimore. But, you know, salute to Corey Fuller. The Ravens agreed with a contract with Corey Fuller. Not Corey Fuller. I apologize. Kyle Fuller. I'm sorry, Kyle, if you see this. But Kyle Fuller, you know, he was a first-round pick with the Bears. After that, he went to the Broncos, playing opposite of Surtain. and now he's coming home to Baltimore to join that he's joining that defensive, that secondary backfield with Peters, all of those guys. So that's going to be a real good look. Kyle, I watched him in high school. Being an educator myself, that's why I saluted Robb Elementary and Uvalde. Being an educator myself, I got to be Kyle's substitute teacher at one point, and to see him where he at now. And Kyle always been an aggressive cornerback when he played at Virginia Tech, Mount St. Joe, and Baltimore City, and even with the Bears, with the Bears, and even with the Broncos. So, bringing that feistiness and how gritty he is with that secondary, that's Ravens football. So definitely looking forward to seeing that. It's a hometown team that I like to follow, other than my Jets, who I played for. So I'm definitely looking to see what happened with OTAs. And I know everybody is saying, oh, this team is going to be they're going to be it. You know what I mean? They're going to be legit. I stopped doing that. The reason why I stopped doing that, we can make our predictions. I stopped doing that because everything looked good on paper until you have to come together and actually play together and try to get those different personalities and different guys that gel and blend in with a system that they haven't played in. So, I'm anxious, definitely looking forward, the whole league, just definitely looking forward to seeing how these guys do. Malik Willis down there with Tennessee, with the Titans. Definitely looking forward to seeing what they do and what Atlanta going to do. With Ritter down there in Atlanta, now that Matt Ryan is gone, is it going to be Ritter, or is it going to be hold on one second. It was going to be Marcus Mariota. Apologize for that. It's my bad, Mariota. But is it going to be Mariota or is it going to be Ritter? You know what I mean? And again, having those, I guess like 3 small practices or preseason practices going to help figure out who's going to be in that position. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if the Falcons build up that offensive line as well. We know that was a huge problem also for Ryan. Even though Ryan was getting age, dude didn't have time sometimes to throw the ball if you watch some of the games or watch some of the highlights, right? So definitely looking forward to seeing, all the polls, all the feedback, everybody's thoughts on the OTA practices, just to see how everybody gel. And, we all know starting off, everybody's going to be helmet and jerseys and flying around. Definitely looking forward to when they put that shoulder pads on the preseason games, to getting this thing rolling, hear that click clack, and just to get this NFL season moving again and the college football season moving again. All right, so that was my football thoughts. Oh, so let's move it on. So, shout out to the Golden State Warriors. Finished the Dallas Mavericks at home. So that makes you wonder, did they want to finish the Mavericks at home? Nobody liked to lose. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Nobody liked to really lose, but did they want to take this back home to San Fran to finish it out? But also we got to think about, and I posted this comment on Twitter a few days ago, the quick turnaround where you can have a team that's just rolling high, and then the next game, boom, they hit rock bottom, the other team come up. And, and somebody posted with that travel, and I was like, you know what, that's true. You think about it, the basketball guys, NBA guys, they're playing over 70 games in the regular season. And if you make it to the playoffs, you got to do that as well, especially if you got to do that play-in game. So if you make the play-in game and then you're going through the playoffs, you're going, just like baseball, you're going to be playing over well over 100 games, including if you make it all the way to the finals. So a lot of times, our body, regardless of what we do, what we eat, whether it's good food, we're getting our rest, we're in the training room, we taking care of our body, your body still will shut down after playing 4 quarters, potentially 5 quarters a night, and you got to flip around, go back home or fly somewhere else and get ready to play again. So salute the Golden State Warriors. They finished the series off 14-1. And last night I watched the game, and it was crazy. It was awesome, man. Just watching how Golden State just came out just rolling as a squad, And shout out to Looney. Looney started off with the first 4 points, rebounding, moving, and I hear a lot of people, what position does Steph Curry play? Is it point guard? Is it shooting guard? I just think his job now, he proved all the doubters wrong. Coming from Davidson, they didn't think he would be able to do it. He proved them wrong. He proved Dallas Mavericks wrong. I saw a video interview with Draymond Green and him, and he originally was supposed to get traded to or be sent to the Dallas Mavericks, but the team doctor said his ankles he won't make it, so they decided to keep him in Golden State, and they didn't bet on Steph, and here we are. He's going back to the finals again. He got the Magic Johnson Trophy, so salute to him, and he didn't have to do a lot this game for them to take this victory, but sometimes we think that the stars are supposed to make a lot of points, but sometimes it's just you being on the court or being on the field or wherever you play can be a bigger distraction to where, you got to chase this guy around the court all the time. So if you're chasing him, you're trying to double team Curry, is going to open the door for somebody else. And man, it damn sure did. If y'all watched last night, man, Klay Thompson went bananas. So you think about it, man, this guy missed 941 days after he tore his ACL and messed his knee up, and he hasn't played in 941 days, and he come back and just went bananas. 3-point city. He finished with 32 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists in 37 minutes. They shut down Luka. Luka did his thing, but it wasn't enough. Golden State was up by 20 plus. And Luka and the boys was coming back. I love Dinwiddie, man. He solid assassin too. They climbed back, but it just wasn't enough for Klay Thompson and the fellas. Looney, 31 minutes, 10 points, 18 rebounds, and 4 assists, double-double. Wiggins, I like how Wiggins played. 18 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists in 40 minutes, double-double. And he had solid defense on Luka. Wasn't afraid to go with Luka. Luka's a great player. You just got to stop crying, man. Stop whining, man. You're a big body, man. Go ahead and do your thing. But they're going to have to find somebody else, a third person that's going to help Luka and Dinwiddie. They need somebody else down low that can kind of like take that pressure off of Luka. They got some parts there, you know what I mean? And they didn't look bad, but it just wasn't enough for Golden State. So Jalen Brunson, he showed some strong play. The white power wasn't bad. Again, Luka is going to do his thing. But I like, and where is he at? And I just said his name, Dinwiddie, man. I love Spencer Dinwiddie, man. He can hit the 3-pointer. Don't mind banging it up a little bit. But they're definitely going to need some more. They wasn't far away. They definitely going to need some more to play with them. And just to continue on, Draymond Green did his thing. Draymond was Draymond. His energy, setting up the plays, bringing the ball down the floor. And again, it goes back that Curry doesn't need to handle the ball all the time or facilitate. We know he comes off of screens, he pop and shoot, and he can dribble. So he creates with the dribble as well. But Draymond Green, 31 minutes, 17 points, 6 for 7 for field goals, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists. Of course, a solid night. And again, Curry had a solid night. Even though he rolled his ball to ankle, he still was a factor that allowed others like Klay to catch fire. So Curry finished with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 9 assists in 35 minutes. So he didn't need a big night for them to take this to the finals. Now they get the rest. Because they got to wait to see what's going to happen with this Boston and Miami game tonight at 8:30. Boston is up right now, and the Miami Heat got come to play. Jimmy Butler's not enough when you see Tatum and Brown clicking on all cylinders, and you got Horford doing his thing and Marcus Smart doing his thing. So we're going to see tonight at 8:30 what's going to happen. Will it be Golden State and Boston in the finals, or will the Heat make it a run? So switching gears to wrap this thing up. So like I said, this is my 6th episode. I call this the Fire episode. So again, to talk about what happened last week with Nick Saban at the seminar he was at, and how he just went on this huge rant about Jimbo Fisher paying for his recruits, and even through Deion Sanders and their Coach Prime in a situation saying that he paid for recruits. Now, come on, y'all. I don't know of any HBCU out there that has a budget like a Alabama, a Texas A&M, a Georgia, any of those big time schools to be able to give a kid $1 million. And Travis Hunter the star, 5-star who they got to come to Jackson State, he posted. He said, if I got $1 million, why does my mom still live in a 3-bedroom house with 5 kids? You know what I mean? And of course, and I knew it was going to happen. I knew that after a while, after his rant, and he got a minute to think about it, after Jimbo Fisher and Coach Prime kind of got into him, he's going to apologize. That's everybody's MO. Their main objective is they go ahead and shoot out what their thoughts are, and then when they really think about it and somebody really tell them, then it's like, oh, I got to apologize. I didn't mean to come off like that. Yes, you did, man. You meant to come off like that because you went on for a long time. So, I mean, to me, I love the NIL. I wish it was there when I was playing college ball because if you think about it, Coach Kirby Smart's going to get a huge contract extension, right? Guys on his staff getting a huge contract extension or bonuses, right? Guys at Alabama, they continue to get huge extensions. And I'm going to ask this question. I'm just going to throw it out there. And not only just because the school it is, but how can a school like Alabama take all these good quarterbacks from California to get them over there to their school? Yeah, Alabama is a top-notch school, but you're not getting them only by selling them to school because you're going to get recruits every year. But are you mad, or were you mad because you were the number two recruiting class under Jimbo Fisher? To me, that recruiting class really don't matter. It's how you put that team together and you put those players together to get them to play. You know what I mean? And to me, it was just about time for the tables to turn just a smidge. You know, a lot of schools have been kind of like a part of the pecking order of not being able to get top recruits. But now we're having Coach Prime, and he's getting the guys because of who he is. Coach Prime did his thing. Deion Sanders did his thing at Florida State. He did his thing in the NFL. We know he did his thing outside of NFL, commentator, being a coach for his youth football and helping kids. And now he's doing the same thing at Jackson State, and it's creating a noise. So a lot of these kids are, especially with having the NIL, and none of those kids had NILs. You know what I mean? I think Jimbo Fisher said he had if any, 1 to 3 kids. So, and to say that they're paying, and I don't know, but I don't think that was the right to throw that jab. I really don't think it was right to throw that jab at Jackson State, not Coach Prime, but at Jackson State in general, being an HBCU, because if he were to take tours around to a lot of the HBCUs, then he'll know, well, if they have that amount of money, then they will be able to get more and better facilities. I just give Coach Saban's the Grumpy Old Man Award for that one. I didn't think that was right. And we know for a fact it's going to be sparks flying when that Texas A&M and Alabama go at it. And I just say salute to Coach Prime for what he's doing and what he's able to do with Jackson State. And if you see it, he's able, by him coming to Jackson State, it started allowing other former NFL players and coaches to make their way through the HBCUs. Grambling State, Tennessee State. I believe we will see more and more of NFL players coming to the HBCUs to help them get seen and out there on the platform instead of just your Power 5 schools, so to speak. So again, man, this is your boy Tavon Mason, former New York Jet wide receiver Tavon Mason, and this is Sports Talk, episode 6, the fire episode. And again, y'all, this is just my thoughts. I ain't trying to be no expert, and I don't believe I'm an expert, but I do know a little something about sports, and I love watching sports, and I played it. So don't forget to check my video out, follow my YouTube, and I'm definitely going to roll over eventually to having my podcast on either Anchor or another platform, but to start getting my voice out. So again, peace to y'all.